Hello there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to our TGIF Talks, episode 100. Woo! Nobody clapped. All right. I'm joined by my co-host, Anonymous Phil.
Yeah, I'm here.
And our two co-hosts, Corona Kyle.
Hmm.
And the long-awaited return, Will.
Hello.
All right. Roll the intro. Control tab. This one.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
And they're always glad you came.
These podcasts, at least for today anyways, are broken down into 4 parts. First we have how our weeks have been, followed by the news, followed by your comment, followed by a random 4th topic. Today's 4th topic has been brought to you by the one and only Kyle.
Oh, wow, you actually went with my idea. Okay.
Yes, of course, I didn't have any other ideas. We're talking about the lottery today for the 4th segment.
That's the only reason.
I never have ideas.
Well,
It
it's
was
too
a
late
good
to
idea.
think of another idea. It's like, oh, I guess this will work.
It was also a good idea, so. All right. So,
Phil.
we'll get to Kyle later, but Will, when was the last time
Yeah.
you were on? How have you been? What have you done?
I have no idea how long it's been. It's been a long time. It's been pretty nice.
What?
I'm up to deal with all you guys.
What did we ever do to you?
Okay.
We broke his birdhouse.
Yeah.
That was you.
Yeah, that was you.
I took no part in that. I told you don't. You did it anyways.
You said don't. You said don't after it happened.
No, I said don't before. And then you did it
Anyway.
anyways. And I was like, well, I don't remember. Yeah, you did fix the birdhouse with the screw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
Anyway.
else?
It should last another 10 years.
Yeah. So you come back.
Till I come back.
But
Yeah.
I haven't been doing much.
What's it like?
That was when we did the banana video.
Was it really?
Was that one? No, wait, no, that was one that was.
Was it?
Pretty sure it was when you guys were making your bed thing.
Oh, the bed frame.
Oh, we cut some 2x4s and that was it?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
was that? When did you make the bed frame?
I don't even remember at this point. Sometime this spring.
No, I've just been working. That's all.
Working. What kind of freaking weird...
Wait, you have a job?
What?
You have a job?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he didn't know this.
Where do you work at?
Auto recycling place.
Okay, I didn't know that. Oh, yes, I did know that part.
You recycle auto parts?
So they like take scrap vehicles, junkers, and then they tear the engine and stuff out, put them in the lot for a while. I go around and take off parts that people order or come in and want, and then after a while, if that vehicle's not getting much stuff taken off of it, it gets crushed.
Ah, fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need a battery specialist? Because you have one here.
No. I won't be there much longer because I can't when school starts. Their hours aren't right.
Ah.
Oh, they won't let you choose your hours?
No, I can work whenever I want. It's just they're open 8 to 5 on Monday through Friday, so.
Oh, they're not open during the weekend?
No.
Oh.
Nobody's... Listen. If you're in the small business world, nobody's open on Saturday and Sunday. Only insane businesses are open on Saturday and Sunday.
I think Ernie's in Ceresco is, but I think their hours are like like till noon.
Seems to me like that's when you could get the most business, though, is on the weekends, because if you're open 8 to 5, people are at work.
Mhm.
Love how Doc casually calls out Menards in that statement. Only crazy businesses are open on the weekends.
Hey. We would make more money on freaking Saturday than we would the rest of the week, but it was hell. The $3 was it was definitely worth getting the $3 extra per hour on weekends because no way you could pay me any less to do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, insane. Unless you're Walmart. I need Walmart on Saturdays. Oh,
I mean, we go on Sundays.
I mean, sometimes. I mean, yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, okay, the
This
past
past
2
month
weeks
of the
we've
going.
gone on Sundays. But if we hung out on Saturdays, we'd go on Saturdays.
Oh,
But your friends hang out with you on Saturdays, so.
yeah. Sorry, I tried to have a life outside this group.
I don't have a life outside this group. I don't have a life outside this group. And honestly, this isn't even much of a group anymore. It's just you and I.
What was the best you got? How does that make you feel?
Increasingly more depressed.
Wouldn't blame you.
Wouldn't
Oh,
blame
man.
me. Great.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
What's it like being able to drive legally by yourself?
Pretty nice.
Oh, wait, that happened? Damn,
Yeah.
I gotta start avoiding the road. What time are you on the roads?
Oh, jeez. Okay, see how it is.
He's probably a better driver than you.
Yeah,
What? You say he's a better driver than me?
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, really?
Well,
Well,
maybe
how-
maybe next year he can come to Nevada with us, and we'll have him drive those curves.
Hey, I didn't crash once. I was just having some fun.
Doesn't prove anything.
What's wrong with having fun?
You were the only person having fun in those curves. The rest of us are wanting to die. I saw my life flash before my eyes when you said we were literally heading down this curve down the side of a mountain, and he just dozed off. He wasn't asleep, just I don't know what happened. And we started drifting the other lane, and then we started to go towards the rumble bars, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Well, I was looking at the terrain.
I don't know.
Yeah, literally, there's something else out there. Yeah, that it's painful to have to drive.
But you wouldn't
Man.
let me.
No, I would not trust anyone else because if something happened to the car, I'd rather have it be me than one of you two. Because I would never forgive you.
Oh well. If you crashed my truck, I'd forgive you. I'd be like, oh well. Guess I get
Oh well. Oh well.
I get a new one. Thank God. Before this one falls apart on me.
Wait, you get a new one?
I'd get something.
Like-
Some sort of replacement for the $500 the insurance company will give me.
Wait, insurance just gives you money if you crash a vehicle?
Well, I mean, not intentionally.
Well, yeah, like
Damn, I'm just gonna go start crashing vehicles now. I work myself up to a Ferrari.
some business owners will like burn down their business for the insurance money.
See, now you have to
what
be
was
able to
it?
get away with that.
That one, the comic book guy from Big Bang Theory.
No, he said he didn't do it.
He said he didn't.
And then Leonard goes, "Yeah, because destroying your business for the insurance money is fraud."
Who hasn't committed fraud? Apparently nobody. All right. Moving on.
God, what's that?
Moving on. Kyle, how have you been? Have you had any more nightmares?
I haven't been in hell, buddy. Been in hell.
It's summer
Oh yeah, I
vacation.
did have. Yeah, I did have a nightmare.
Oh, good, good.
Little.
More thumbnail content.
Sure,
Let's see. Let's share. Okay.
sure.
So I'm in the National Cathedral in DC,
Hmm.
and I'm just exploring it for the funsies.
Yeah,
And I wind
as
up
one does.
in. Shut up. I wind up in this like high class aristocratic area, but for
Mhm.
some reason no one pays any attention to me
Because you're an
that I
aristocrat.
should
Sure.
be there.
As
No,
people
you
normally
should.
do.
You're white. I know
Um
that.
and
You
I
got away with that one.
find myself in this laboratory and I explore it, and it is a child experimentation facility,
Excellent.
and I look up and
Oh,
I look at
fun.
and I look at this
I
keep in
want to
mind
get a
this
job there.
keep in mind this is all inside the cathedral. This is all inside that cathedral. I look into it and on the monitor, and this kid is just being, think of psoriasis in a sense. That's what it kind of looked like, but spreading all across his body, and like he's disintegrating.
Ah,
Mm.
the
And
Oven
I
Project.
left. Then for some reason, I decided to go back into the facility. The
Sure.
second time I go in, I get caught, and they take me to some interrogation room. And in that process, they somehow took a blood sample, ran a test on it, and they said, "You are the devil."
It's a very
Oh,
specific dreams.
Yeah,
I like how they had the devil's
um,
blood sample already on file.
yeah, it's weird. Anyways, it's not the first time I've had a
Yeah,
dream where I was
explain
the
that.
devil. This is probably dream number 3 or 4 where I found out I was the devil.
I think it's
Mm.
all in your head. You spend too much time thinking about it, so it manifests itself in your dreams.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to be the devil.
Yeah, Doc, what would you do if you were the devil?
Make all the sinners.
You'd
Don't.
make all the sinners.
Make
What?
all the sinners dance. I don't know. I don't know what I would do.
There's
Lame.
an interesting theory
Make them
that
eat each
the
other.
devil. There's this interesting theory that I have. Keep in mind, I am atheist. I don't believe in any organized religion,
I think
but
that I think
I
you
love
and
the
everyone else in here is the same way. I mean, similar.
but I do love the idea of like demons and like cryptids, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Bigfoot.
And there's this theory that the devil was the original creator of heaven and earth, and the being that Christians refer to as God is actually the usurper.
The what?
Huh?
The what?
The usurper.
I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is.
The
Also, Will over here is probably like, huh?
I'm using the verb to
I'm not
usurp
paying attention.
as a noun.
Well, it doesn't surprise me.
Figures.
The usurper is someone who
Takes
rises
power.
up and takes power and takes control from the reigning monarch, ruler, whatever. So God is a usurper, takes the throne of heaven, and kicks what Christians
Think
refer
about
to as the devil.
who's a dictator. If someone overtook Hitler and became a new dictator, they would be the usurper.
Yeah.
I see.
To usurp power, to take power. So yeah.
Well, anyways, I don't know the tangents we get on in these first segments.
What about him?
What about?
What about him? What do you mean? What about
What
him? You know exactly what I mean.
You asked. Oh.
Well, I didn't think there would be a whole theology class involved in that answer. I thought he'd been like, oh, he's Ted from down the street. You know, it would be an easy answer. Not, well, if you look at the 5th century AD Ming Dynasty in China, you'll learn that blah, 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 blah. What? No, I don't need the whole...
That's what it takes to learn about his day.
Apparently... Kyle, why is your life so complicated? Just do what the rest of us do.
Nothing.
Yeah,
My life
much.
is a never-ending storm.
3 of us. There's 3 of us in this chat that just... And then there's yours.
Who?
I've also
What do
been
you mean, who?
watching a bunch of like gameplays.
Gameplay.
Not yours.
That hurts.
Well, who does? Wouldn't blame you.
I
Well,
watch a lot of Jacksepticeye.
Jack
It's
is
a pretty good game. I enjoyed the Corey. That was a good game. Has a good soundtrack.
I can't do RPGs. I can't do them.
The Corey is an RPG.
What is... If it has a storyline, I can't do it.
It's a choose your own adventure.
That's even worse. I'll never finish it.
It doesn't
Isn't
take
that
that
every
long
video
to
game?
finish. It's like Until
No.
Dawn.
What?
It's very similar to Until Dawn.
Hold on. No, the only
You call
choose
yourself
your
a
own
gamer.
story was the one with the girl that could reverse time.
Right?
Oh, and Doki Doki Literature Club. Those are the only 2 choose your own adventure things that are worth your time.
Not Minecraft story mode.
Not that garbage. There's a reason they made one game, started the second one, realized nobody played it. They started Minecraft World or whatever, Earth or whatever it was. No one ever played it
Dungeons.
because no one ever thought it came out of the beta. They never told anybody it came out of the beta. So, you know, no one played it. And then now they're doing Minecraft Dungeons that's just microtransaction hell. So, welcome to the state of Minecraft, everybody. Just play Java. Tell everybody to screw off. That's literally what the Java community did. So the Bedrock community, they've had. Okay, we're getting to the. So the Bedrock community's had censorship in the fact that you say like anything phallic in the chat, you can get banned from Minecraft for life. Like even like single player mode, which is kind of absurd, but they can do it. And so they were going to add it to Java in 1.19.1. But the Java community, unlike the Bedrock community, who, if the Bedrock community says there's something wrong, the developers go like, Java community, which is a much smaller community, by the way, they say there's something wrong, like, hey, we don't want this ban thing in place. The developers go, oh, sorry, we'll find a different way. What? How does that work? How does 1% allowed to control the other 99%?
Look at America.
Yeah, but this is well, I mean, yes, Microsoft owns them, but Jeb's not American. Jeb's Scandinavian. He's supposed to be the good guy, the cupcakes.
Okay.
No one gets that joke. Anyways, moving on to the second segment here, the news, because no one else.
Oh,
What?
no one cares about my week.
Oh, fine.
No one
Okay,
cares,
hold on.
Phil.
Hold on, kids. Before we move on to the second segment, let's try and predict what Phil's going to say about his week. All right? Phil, share with us what you did this week.
What did I do this week? Well, let's see. Saturday.
No, you can't
Yeah.
start with Saturday.
What did I start with? Sunday?
You can't start with yesterday. What about
Well,
the other 5
Isn't
days?
Monday the first day of the week? What day is the first day of the week? Sunday or Monday?
You're starting
Monday.
with the end of the week. Start at Monday. Last Monday. What did you do last Monday?
Oh, damn! Last Monday,
Like the 25th.
the 25th. Probably woke up, took a shit, went to work.
No.
Wait, we can say shit now?
No, we can't!
Fuck.
No, you can't. He just says it regardless. And it makes me want to kill myself every time because it makes me have to do so much more work.
But you never follow through.
What do you mean I never follow through? I have to censor your...
You said it says it makes you want to kill yourself, but last I checked, you're still talking.
I'm still...
He's just, it's an AI. We're talking to an AI.
Is it a again?
Fine. Talk about Saturday. Because as I predicted, the rest of your life, besides what we do, is boring.
Well, Monday through Friday is just work. I mean, do you want me to talk about work?
No.
Exactly.
Maybe Will over here wants to hear about work. Because Will over here wants to be an electrical engineer.
I want to hear about work. Sure, let's go for it.
There we go. See?
What?
Educate.
You said you want to hear? Oh yeah, so I actually have to go get my electronics degree. Well, I get the opportunity to get my electronics degree. They're gonna pay for me to go back to school.
Nice.
Because we do a lot of component troubleshooting, or I guess the work that we do is heavily revolves around just electronics, and so it's quite useful to have a better foundation than one class that I had at the university.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have to go to the university to
No,
take your
actually,
classes?
so they're gonna have they have like a training center on site that I go to, and that'll be like a big projector with like a Zoom screen to the professors at the university.
Oh, so
Can they see you?
Yeah. Like
Damn it.
apparently they can see me raise my hand and all that. So
I was gonna be like, just sit there and just flip them off the entire time.
I don't know if that's allowed.
Well, I mean, if they can see you, of course you can't do it.
I like the hesitation. I don't know if that's allowed.
But see, he was going to do it.
Well, the thing is, like, picture yourself, back in school, right? If you just held up your middle finger, what would a professor think?
Depends on the professor.
Like you just stand up, hold your finger up for minutes on end until he finally notices you.
Depends on the professor. Some might be like, you have a question?
Yeah, right? You have a question?
Others might be like, get out of my class. And others may just ignore you the entire time.
Oh.
And then after class, they're just like, what is wrong with you? And you're like, what's wrong with you?
What's the matter with you?
I'm a perfectly normal college student. You're the weirdo here.
Right. He's a weirdo.
What do you mean?
Because everyone else in class was holding up their middle finger too. So you're in no way were you the odd one out.
You realize how easy it would be to convince all the guys in the class to hold up their middle fingers?
I don't know about all.
You just have to.
Maybe the ones that feel like they have nothing to lose, they don't want to be there.
That's pretty much every guy in college.
I don't know. I feel like some it depends on the class.
I don't know. That's how I got that. That's how I felt in every single college class. Every single guy in there had nothing to prove. They're just like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, all right.
Let's see.
Unless you were my friend from Malaysia. Which in that case, you walked into the class and you were a god and a genius, and everybody just bowed down to you.
Wait, what?
You should have seen him in econometrics. He would just be like, "Oh yeah, I think the solution is this," and everybody's like, "Wow, my God, how the hell does he figure that out? Write that down. Write that down."
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
And then this girl from China, she'd just be like, I didn't want to say her name, and so I don't. Anyways, she would give it a response, and she's like, "Well, I don't know if it's right, you know." And Jason's like, "Oh crap, okay." And then my friend's like, "Well, yeah, it's right," and explains it. And she's like, "Oh, thank God, thank God." It's just like, wait a minute. You're just as smart as him, if not smarter, because she had the thing like completely done most of the time. My friend, he'd had it done 5 minutes before that and had it typed out, but still, she underplayed herself. She was just as smart, if not smarter than him. Underplayed herself.
And
Very
what a story.
sad.
What a story.
Oi, I didn't hear you giving good stories earlier.
I didn't say anything. I just said, what a story. What do you got?
He's impressed.
Why do you gotta assume everything's sarcastic?
Because you're a teenager, everything you say is sarcastic.
Stereotypical.
Oh, okay. Fine. I'll leave the stereotypes out, but heaven forbid if I'm right. Stereotypes exist for a reason, kids. Remember this.
But you shouldn't be using stereotypes.
Listen here, Schmuck.
Wait, hold up. Now this is a discussion. Are you being stereotypes should exist?
What do you mean could exist? They do exist.
Are you saying should?
No.
What?
Are you sure?
Do you think they should
You
exist?
said stereotypes exist for a reason.
Right. Doesn't mean they should. The same way racism exists, but doesn't mean it should.
Getting on a whole different topic now.
Well, you can blame him. I was about to move it off, but then he was like, "Wait a minute." New segment.
Well, I just want to make sure you're not offending my group.
What
What?
group?
You can have a group of one.
The group of one. Yeah. Anyways, we'll start with the news here, folks. All right, go live. The news.
Good. I don't want to hear about your week.
Well, there wasn't much to share. We could talk about Saturday, but you know what? No one needs to hear. Anyways, Webb Space Telescope has just imaged another most distant
I want
galaxy.
to hear. What was Saturday?
We're never gonna get to the news.
What was Saturday?
We're never. Give me a minute. I gotta get back.
I don't know that
Ugh.
so I can be a nuisance.
Okay. Still the first segment. Goddamn. So Saturday, I went to the fair. Nothing special. We ate some bull nuts. I ate a chicken leg as well. We had some fried zucchini. Classic fair food.
By we are not included.
You were not there.
Yeah, you said we.
Oh, Will, did you ever get your girlfriend to try it?
You took a bite.
And
If you didn't like it.
it tastes almost identical to chicken.
Well, I feel like if you didn't know what it was, you would have liked it anyway. So.
All right, fair enough. I mean, there's always the chance you get a hair, that turns people away. Something about nut hair in there. Freaking food.
Nut hair.
Hey, it's not a
Oh,
human
now
nut.
we know what your fetishes are.
It's not a human nut hair, I'll tell you that much, but
There was a hair in mine.
well, it's about like deer, right? He who eats the most deer eats the most hair. It's about the same concept too. Or what happens if the nuts aren't? Were you there for that?
Yeah.
The nuts. What? Grandpa,
What
what does it
happens-
mean if we're eating orange nuts? Or if the nuts are orange? It means we're going to eat orange nuts. Such infinite wisdom from my grandfather. Such infinite wisdom. Anyways, okay, so after that, I showed up like 20 minutes late to Phil, who was at my apartment, who showed up 10 minutes early because we were gonna go to Friend.
No, Alexandria.
The same location area.
It's like a half hour further, but okay.
15 minutes.
Ish.
We're really getting exact here. Let's just continue with the story.
Anyways, well, so we drive out to Alexandria, Friend, middle of nowhere, whatever you want to call it. And to go some stargazing. Good God, it was beautiful. Apart from the light pollution, but this is a crappy Bortle 2. It was stunning. It's still a Bortle 2 yet to boot. And the Galactic Center was it's the best we've ever seen, in my opinion. The stars were brighter in Nevada, but that had to be the best we've ever seen the arm of the Milky Way, period, ever.
Yeah, it was comparable to Mullen. I don't know which was better, but it was definitely Mullen tier.
Maybe, well, next time we go to Mullen, maybe I'll have this fresh in my mind, and I'll be able to compare.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it won't be as high in the sky, but...
Yeah, because it sets rapidly. This is like the best time of the year to see it, though, because this is about the midway point between when it sets and when it rises.
Mm-hmm.
It rises in like March-ish and sets around November.
Yeah. What was awesome though, I pointed out a bunch of miser objects. Found Andromeda.
What?
Was like the first thing. You know what miser object is?
Oh.
So there's a guy named Miser who found a bunch of objects in the sky and assigned them a number of like what was it, 1 to 105 or something?
110 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. There you go. That's the story.
Meow.
Guy named Miser found a bunch of objects, numbered them M1 to M110 or something, and that was it.
What were you gonna say? M to 110.
That's the story.
Nice.
Anyway, so I looked at a bunch of miser objects through the binoculars. I still question how you're supposed to be able to see Andromeda with the naked eye. I mean, maybe I can, but at the same time, maybe I'm freaking imagining it. So, solid. It was good. Phil showed me Sagittarius, and I was able to actually properly see it for the first time ever.
Oh yeah, I did point that out to you.
Yeah. Sagittarius was very nice that last Saturday night, so. So good time.
Yeah.
Good time. We had a good time.
It's really unfortunate, there's actually people that live out there, and that's just what they're used to.
Well, I mean, if we could get jobs out there, or if, fourth segment. The fourth segment brings us all up. It's a nice round thing here. But we still have...
Is it a full circle?
Possibly.
Is it related?
Possibly, yes, possibly. We just have to get through the second segment. Okay.
We could just skip.
No.
Alright.
Because the third segment's
we'll
going to be
kinda
like
need
5
you up
seconds
for us.
long. Because the third segment's going to be like 5 seconds long, so, it's
Right.
fine. Second segment time, the news. Actually, the news this time. Holy crap. Okay, the news. All right. So, everybody's Googling over James Webb. Apparently, broke its record again, claiming that they found another most distant galaxy ever, with the highest redshift. However,
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer: these have not been spectraed yet. These haven't been run through a spectrograph.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not. They're not actually the most distant objects. That still is held by Hubble for the time being. But we are going to get spectra of these very soon. I don't know what very soon means, but soon. And that will give us the proper answer. And then we will be able to 100% confirm whether these are actually the most distant objects ever found. And it did this in a week. We're just going to point this out right. It found objects so redshifted, faster than anything else, before anything else, which is absolutely astonishing and ridiculous, and still shocks me that the Very Large Telescope hasn't been able to do anything like this. But whatever. It is what it is. I still think that we need to start a telescope business. Space telescopes would be like the final step in our glorious plan. But we start off with building a university-grade telescope that, scientists can rent out to use. We build it out in Argentina on top of a mountain, and we charge money to use it.
Genius.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? We have all these telescopes, all these scientists. They're all kind of constantly bidding for time on these things. And, they're not getting it. Well, how about these other poor scientists that have money for these research projects? Well, that money's just going to go to waste, and they're not going to get... And, they're going to just have to just use someone else's data. Well, why not? Why not build a telescope for them to use? Granted, we need billions of dollars to be able to build the telescopes that they need to do some of these experiments. But that's besides the point. Phil and I had a genius plan, right, Phil? We were gonna woo. We had a Warren
plan.
Buffett.
I don't know if the term genius is
What?
applicable in this way, but sure.
I mean, you don't think wooing Warren Buffett's a good idea?
What'd you say?
We're going to woo Warren Buffett.
Oh, I thought you said something completely different.
What did you think I said?
It depends.
can't
What are we
say.
allowed to say on this? I don't know if it's appropriate.
We're not going to have sex with Warren Buffett. That's what you're thinking.
Well, that's not what I thought It's something else.
Something else?
It's still not appropriate. Anyways.
That's kind of impressive because this podcast has covered a lot of things. We've made an index.
We did.
We made an index.
We talked about it.
Yes, but I mean, it was an idea to make an index. That whole podcast is if there was, an edge that could be reached, that exceeded the edge. So the fact that what you thought I said exists beyond that edge.
Well, I just don't feel like sharing it.
Ah, fair enough. Don't say, well, I don't think it fits within the compounds of the thing. The edge is so far out there that I don't understand how it couldn't.
Yeah.
We broke the edge of what is possible for this podcast long ago. Actually, before this podcast was even a podcast, back in the Dr. Sheep podcast days. Anyways. Right, so we had a plan. We have a plan to woo Warren Buffett, right? We're going to get him to put us on his will, and then, in 10 years when he dies, we'll be beneficiaries to a bunch of money that we will then use to build some sort of telescope, maybe a space telescope, maybe a large ground-based telescope, whatever. And we will make lots of money.
Well, that's the plan.
Yes. That is the plan. I think it's a very good plan. Part is, I think, in my opinion, how good of a telescope we're going to be able to build for a few billion.
Yeah.
Personally, I
That's the shadiest part.
that's the shadiest part.
That's the shadiest part.
That's the shadiest
Well,
part.
yeah, because
You try to,
the reason why is because you have to convince you have to convince your investor that the thing you built is actually worth $1 billion, and that you don't just take $500 million for yourself and build a $500 million telescope.
Yeah, you really think we're actually gonna make a profit?
You think we're actually gonna make a telescope that's worth $1 billion?
Or that
No, you're
telescope
gonna
is going to be
pocket
able
some
to
of that. You're
or
gonna
that
pocket a quarter of that, and then build 3/4
I'll be
of a
surprised if you
billion.
even get a conversation with Warren Buffett.
did you? No, that's the easy part. Anyone can go tweet at Warren Buffett and have a conversation with him. All right.
Yeah, let's see you try.
All right. Proceeds to tweet at Warren Buffett. Next day, gets adopted as his grandson.
Yeah, let's see it. Prove it.
It's a joke.
Do it.
It's a
You
joke.
won't. You won't.
You're right, I won't. I don't see you going out and doing anything like that. Hell,
Well, I need to make a Twitter account first.
Well, we've been waiting for you to make some sort of social media for a long time so we can send you memes.
So that's why I've been avoiding it.
You're a disappointment to the meme society. How can you say you like memes, but you won't make a Swimple throwaway Instagram account to get them?
I like memes.
Then make the throwaway Instagram account.
I didn't know.
I've been proven right once again. Anyways, on to the next part of the news. Scientists reveal the first images of atoms swimming in liquid. So, the whole point of this is because apparently...
Oh, hold up. This is the first time they observed it?
Yeah, on the atomic scale, we're looking at platinum atoms.
It's like, I see fish swimming in, fish tanks all the time. Fish are atoms. They're swimming in fluid.
We're talking individual atoms here. Like, these are individual platinum atoms. Anyways, as I was trying to say, pretty cool stuff here. So basically, we know what happens when we put a solid in a liquid, but we don't know what happens on the atomic scale. Like, where does one thing end and another begin? And so this is going to be very useful for future. We really need to understand this difference so that we can use this to build new technologies in the future. One thing is so they need to learn this because it's very important when it comes to building batteries. How ions move through. I don't remember.
Electrolyte.
Well, no, it wasn't electrolyte. It was. Well, yeah, we'll just say electrolyte. That wasn't what they were talking about. They said something else. Did they say just electrode? They might have just said electrode. Nevertheless, though, but this is the first time they were able to do it at multiple different types of pressures, because usually these scanning electron microscopes or whatever they use to take pictures of atoms have to be done at deep vacuums, but they were able to do this outside of a vacuum, which is outside of a deep vacuum, I should say, which is very important because different materials act different. Materials act differently at different pressures, and what good is a deep vacuum? I need to know what this thing acts like at sea level, right? Anyways, it's also going to be useful when experimenting with drugs and that kind of stuff inside the human body, because the blood is a liquid, and nanobots or whatever, microbots are usually solids. So I thought it was cool. What the heck is that? Dog refuses to give birth. When vet sees ultrasound, he calls the cops.
What?
What are the what? Oh my! What are these? What are these ads? I'll never understand these ads.
This is the stuff you're into. These are related to you.
Apparently, I have tendinitis. Tinnitus, sorry, not tendinitis. After 2 centuries, brothers found the Oak Island treasure. Have they actually done that, or is that just a?
Have they actually found it?
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's just clickbait.
I've been seeing this for
Wait, Kyle, have you seen the episode? Have they found it?
No, but Dad's been watching it nonstop, so ask him.
Right.
I did.
Dad!
I did hear about this.
I don't think you heard it.
That they're using. I did hear about this. Scientists are turning dead spiders into necrobots. Yeah, they were using compressed air to control dead spiders to like hold things. Pretty freaking cool. I not entirely sure what the use case there is, but it's cool. Oh my god, big yawn there. Big yawn. Anyways.
Somebody needs more sleep.
What? What'd you say?
I said somebody needs more sleep.
Bro, I slept till 10 o'clock Sunday. That's almost a new record for me. So, that's the first time I've been able to sleep that late in a long time, and it felt good. Anyways, anybody has any comments to say about the James Webb Space Telescope or the liquid, the platinum atoms? No comments.
How far away did they say the galaxy went?
They said it was 300 billion years old after the Big Bang. So whatever that distance is.
I see.
Let me pull it up here. We'll get it. Hold on. Current estimates. Blah blah. 235 million years after the Big Bang. The new result, which is primary, has yet to be confirmed by standard spectrum of high previous record set by 400 million years after the Big Bang. Blah blah blah. A distant. Okay, 35 billion light years away.
Wow.
Which, can we just point out, right? So the observable universe is what, 93?
Yeah.
This isn't even half. So 93, whatever half of 93 is, 40. This isn't even halfway. This isn't even like all the way to the edge. There's more to see.
93 is the diameter.
Yeah, so 41.5.
46.5.
Is it 46?
Yeah.
Hold on. That's a calendar. That's not what I want. Oh, I hate you, Windows 11. There is the calculator. All right, hold on. 93. Is it? 46.5. I'm stupid. Okay, yeah. 46. Yeah, see, we still got another 10 billion light years to go. 11 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Billion light years. Like, there's almost a whole another length of the universe to go to get to the edge. Which what the edge is? What the
Wait a second, though. So, it's kind of weird to think about, right? So the universe is 14 billion years old.
Yeah.
That light was from 35 billion light years away,
Right.
which basically proves that does the light have to be going faster at some point?
No.
Because you can't say that the light has been traveling for 35 billion years.
That's because space has been getting longer around it. It left. Space got. The galaxy moved further away. But, the photons are still on their journey.
Yeah, so the space between the photon and the galaxy has been stretching.
Yeah. That's what causes the
Yeah.
redshift.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, yeah. Long ways away, But what's crazy is, though, right? So, what I want to know is, what the hell is this? What is this commercial? What is, why? Anyways, what I want to know.
That's what you're into.
No. What I want to know is, what do these galaxies look like, 14 billion years later?
Less red?
Less red. No. They look more red, technically.
What,
Other
you said they're
galaxies-
red-shifted.
So new galaxies are often filled with hot blue stars, right? And as it
Okay.
ages, the blue stars die out, and we're all left with red stars.
Okay.
But do galaxies live? Are galaxies able to survive for 40?
What does the galaxy look like now?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Well, you have to wait, 35 billion years.
But we'll never know, because because they're traveling away fast as light. We'll never know. They'll be gone.
Wait, is your galaxy moving way faster than the speed of light?
Most of unless you find one that's moving towards you, they all are. The further they're out there, the faster they're traveling. So we'll never know. The only way we'll ever know is is a warp drive, be able to warp space time and just fly there in a day. Wouldn't that be cool?
Just don't hit an asteroid.
Huh?
Just don't hit an asteroid. That'll be a bad
We'll
day.
be warping time. If we're able to warp space, I don't think an asteroid's going to be an issue.
That's what they said before they died.
Before who died?
The astronauts that warped through space.
What? All right. Well, does anybody else have any other comments? The first segment seemed to drag on. This one, no one seems to have any comments.
It's mainly just been a podcast of you and Phil, like always.
Why don't you say something? That's why.
Yeah, why don't we hear topics about what you're interested in? Share something in the news that you like.
What's your news?
I don't have any news.
Well,
We're just not interested in current events.
see, Phil wanted this to be the greatest podcast ever, yet here we are. There's no fire, and everything seems to be one line.
Well, that's because
If
we're
we
not
were
all
in
in the
person-
same room where we're not all in the same room where Havoc can get wrecked.
I don't trust you in my apartment.
We could start a fire.
Yeah, we literally said in the chat, let's start a fire.
You said that.
I agree.
Well, no. You said the word fire, and that gave me the idea.
It's still your idea.
You said this podcast is going to be fire, and I said, yeah, literally.
See, it was your idea to light the fire, though.
But you instigated the idea. You're to blame.
Doesn't I was using it figuratively.
Shots fire.
Well, how was I supposed to know?
I thought it was pretty apparent.
No, not at all.
Singing.
Clearly, some of us still got confused.
Will, did you think it was? What did you think?
About what?
Was what I said? Was it figuratively or was it literally?
Figuratively?
Ha!
I said some, not all.
What do
So
you mean?
I
some?
still count as some. I still count as a person, don't I?
I'm done. I can't handle the. I don't even know what this is.
Ready?
I think I still count as a vote.
Fine. You know what we need to do? We need to have a bonfire.
Sounds like fun.
Figuratively or literally?
Literally have a bonfire. Not for
Okay.
a podcast, just to have a bonfire. We light a fire, we sit around, we
Where?
probably our parents, I don't know where else we would go. We can't have one here at my place.
Why?
Why?
You have a
Mean,
fireplace.
why? I'm in an
You have a
apartment.
fireplace. You have a fireplace.
I've never turned it on. I'm kind of scared to turn it on at this point after never using it.
It'll explode.
Probably. What it does, can you get on video?
Make it a video. Oh, we're turning on my fireplace for the first time. This was
My
uploaded as part of
apartment
the Dr.
exploded.
Sheep. This is uploaded as a part of the Dr. Sheep Will and the Dr. Sheep Recovery Foundation.
Dr. Sheep is now homeless. Part 1.
Going homeless, part 1. Oh. Anyways, third segment time. The comment.
Single comment?
What?
Just one? Wait, we have one?
You're telling me that the entire time that I've been gone from this channel, it hasn't grown at all.
No,
We have one
we've had
comment.
more comments since you've been gone. We just we read the comments every week, and we get like about one a week.
Wait, hold on. Will, take a guess at how many subs he has. I want to guess how long you've been gone.
What?
Take a guess at how many subs he has.
I don't know. 200?
You said 200?
200?
We're at
Is it
509.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Like gaining?
If you've noticed, he actually spent 500 minutes of hell doing a live stream.
Yeah. There's 500.
He had to do a 500-minute live stream for 500 subs.
Yeah.
I didn't know that happened.
Bananas. Well, you know. Hey there. You've been out of our lives.
It was,
But
like I said, it was nice.
Yeah, I was beginning to wonder if he still existed.
we
I couldn't make it a figure of my imagination, or if you were actually a real memory.
Me?
yes, you.
Yeah, you. Yeah, you.
He thought you died.
No, I thought he was a figure of my imagination. I couldn't remember if my memories of you were real.
I don't think you guys wouldn't have even known.
What?
Not like you.
You never had. We would talk to you. You just don't. You gotta kind of start the conversations here because I don't really talk to anybody.
Hey, sir, you picked yourself out of the chat.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Why was that?
Yeah, here you go. You guys don't talk to me. It's like you took yourself out of the chat, and we had to
I was
add
tired
you
of-
back.
I was kind of listening to it.
We're just talking about the government, I think.
Well, we're gonna conserve those to the minus 10 points for being here, chat.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, Bananas and Sprite challenge dissected. The water bottle commented, "Wow, lots of experiments." Yes, I was being relatively thorough with testing this one to figure out what was causing the reaction we got.
It was good.
It was a good video. Did we have bloopers for this one?
I don't
No,
think
we
so.
did not. We did not have bloopers.
Because well, to be fair, we only really had one take.
True. True. The whole thing was just one big take.
We couldn't exactly do a second take.
Yeah, we didn't have enough bananas and Sprite. Don't be a menace to society. TGIF Talks 99. I was just talking about him on the 500-minute live stream. But Lamar David.
Oh.
Lamar is back in the chat, boys.
Does that name ring a bell?
Yeah, he was like...
No.
Oh,
Okay, I guess nobody watched the early streams, but Lamar was...
oh, I remember Lamar.
Yeah, we all roasted him because he was a simp. I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, pretty stupid.
But anyways, Lamar David commented, "Whatever happened to all your roommates?" Yeah, we had Lamar, we had Mike. Mike and Lamar would like freaking fight each other in the chat. It was great. The good old days. Well, anyways, Lamar asked what happened to my roommates. I said, yeah, I graduated and moved out. They also have all gone their own ways. I still talk with them from time to time. You know, I send them memes.
They finally kicked you out.
We're actually going to go visit. Well, I'm going to potentially. We'll see what happens. It may just be me on a lonely drive up to Canada by myself, but
Canada.
there's a story here. There's a story. Nobody listens to my
Story time.
story time. So Rondo texts me. He's like, "I'm moving to North Dakota," and I'm like, "What?" He's moving to this town that's on the border between North Dakota and Minnesota. It's like an hour and a half from the Canadian border. It's only like 7.5 hours from here. And I'm like, the water bottle was talking to me about this. He's like, "I can't believe you can get to, Canada. You can get to another country in less time than it takes to get to certain parts of Wyoming." Which it's true. I mean, the state
True, yeah. It took us. We drove to Evanston.
took us 12 hours.
12 hours?
Yeah. We could have driven like deep into Canada by that point.
Mm-hmm.
If we exclude how long it takes to cross the border, which I think
It depends on what you mean by deep. Because Canada is huge.
True. That is true. As I learned when I was looking up how long does it take to drive from Seattle to Alaska, and you can drive to Seattle quicker than you could drive from Seattle to Alaska. It's like a 2-day journey from Seattle to Alaska. That's constant driving. It's insane how far it is. But anyways.
Well, yeah, does Canada have more surface area than the U.S.?
Canada, if I'm not mistaken, Russia and then Canada Russia is the largest country in the world, followed by Canada, then followed by the United States, then followed by either Brazil or China.
Mm.
Brazil and China are kind of funky. It really depends on what parts you actually give to China, like Taiwan and stuff. It's that close in size.
I wouldn't count Taiwan or Hong Kong as part of China.
Well, yeah, I know.
Wait. So are they? Do you believe they're their own independent nations?
Yeah, they've been functioning as independent nations for years, but China has been trying to retake them.
Yeah, the
Why
biggest
is
news.
the United of the United Nations.
They're not They
There's
don't have a
193 recognized nations. in
no,
the-
because everyone's too scared of China.
Mhm.
Literally, the U.S. is the only we don't actually even recognize Taiwan, but apart from a few small countries, Tuvalu, I think, sorry, Tuvalu just recognized Taiwan.
Mm.
Tuvalu and a bunch of other small countries just recognized Taiwan, so they're technically a country. If we're talking, what? Because to be a country, you have to be recognized by 3 UN member states.
I thought it was like half.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
I don't know.
Anyways, so it's anyways, the big thing with Taiwan now is Nancy Pelosi's planning a flight over there. And
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
well, China is like, we're gonna shoot down her plane.
What?
Yeah.
Just because
Why?
I guess they want to start World War III, because that will actually start World War III.
Yeah, they shoot down a.
They shoot down a U.S. plane and kill, the Speaker of the House. This will cause World War III.
Would it have to be in the? Would it matter if it's in their airspace or not? Because if they
it's in
shoot it down in
Chinese airspace, then the U.S. can't really say the U.S. But if it's in international waters, it's World War III.
Okay, I was gonna say if it's in international waters, that's a declaration of war. But if it's in Chinese airspace, what would that mean?
It's up to the U.S. to decide what they want to do. And considering that
They just gotta make it to the U.S. Embassy in time.
and considering that we're the only permanent member state on the UN Security Council, I think we get to do what we want. Because I think Russia was the only other one, and I think they voted Russia off the island. So I think that leaves just the U.S. as a permanent member state of the the UN Security Council. Fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so not good. If they shoot down the plane, which I mean, if they do, it is World War III. It won't be nuclear unless Russia decides to join them, but I don't know why Russia would. This is all China's doing. So it won't be nuclear because China has enough nukes to they're going to get some past the U.S. defenses, but the U.S. has enough nukes to retaliate that we could probably wipe out 99% of their population, within 5 hours. So, and then I honestly, I really do think the U.S. population spread out just enough that China would still have a larger population than the U.S., but the U.S. would still have more infrastructure remaining, personally, but because that's just because of how dense China is. But I don't know. On to more comments, possibly.
Oh yeah, how much is the majority of the interior? Is it non-arable land?
Yeah, I think so. Once you get past a certain point. I need a topography map. Oh, here we go. Yeah, once you get past basically this, this is all desert and mountains. Once you get past this. And not gonna lie, some of this isn't even arable thanks to pollution, so. Fun times. Anyways, going to the movies alone is weird. TGIF 99. Ethan Oakes commented the intro 100. So he's saying it's good. Thank you. I mean, we've had it for 70 podcasts now, so, it's weird that you're making a comment about now. All right, on to the gaming channel. which is doing quite well recently. And of course, YouTube Studio has a bug where you can't switch without it crashing. So, solid. All right, let's look at the comments here. 2 weeks ago. Okay. Currently, I've posted a video 2 weeks ago. It's now my most popular video on this channel at 54 views. Considering the most popular video before that was 30 views. That's a pretty big improvement. Anyways, Pyramid 1 done. Minecraft 105. The Waterbell commented, only 400 more episodes to go. I'm like, lol, pretty much. Ryan Orange commented, next build chocolate chip cookie, and when is a stream? I don't know when the next stream is, Ryan, and I have other plans. I think I've already read those comments before. Hard to say. Honest to God, I can't ever remember. Chia. Anybody remember those commercials? No?
Yeah.
Just me? Okay.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Anyways, building a mob grinder, super flat survival number 3. The water bottle commented, we did build a mob spawner in our last skyblock. Also, the series is great. Keep it going. Yes, I really am enjoying this super flat, except for the fact that I need to grind wandering traders, and that is proving to be more difficult than I could have ever imagined. But is what it is. Is what it is. Moving on from that one. Building a fishing cabin. Minecraft Bedrock Let's Play 38. The Waterball commented, new style of video is sick. Thank you. I've recently changed the style of the gaming channel videos, and I think they're much better videos than they were before. So, Pyramid 2 is complete. Minecraft 106, the Waterball commented, I feel like the series progresses much quicker with this new style of Let's Play. Also, the pyramid area is shaping up very nicely. Yes. With the new style, I do a lot more work per episode than I did before. And so, yes, things progress much faster than they were before. Chopping down every tree in my Minecraft world. Minecraft Small World 39. Ooh, I mislabeled this. I'll have to fix that later. A Midwestern person likes flat land. And it's got a surprised emoji face. I commented, lol. What a surprise, right? Yeah. What? What? Yeah, of course a Midwesterner likes flat land, And that is all the comments. Now into the future of the channel before we move on to the 4th segment. So, the future of the podcast. So,
Yeah, is this gonna be a normal thing?
Well, do you realize how difficult it was to get this one? We had to beg Kyle to not work today.
Oh,
Does he normally
it's
work
not
today?
that. I don't work Mondays. I just don't want to be here.
I don't blame you.
No,
You're really cutting into my nap time by having this.
your nap time? If you're taking a nap this late in the day, that's called sleep.
I take a nap from 4 o'clock to about 7 o'clock.
How do you sleep at night? If I did that, I'd
Like
be
a
up till
baby.
4 a.m. Why am I so
Sleep
pixelated?
pretty well.
I am very pixelated right now.
Also, I had a friend who wanted to do some gaming today, too. So you're lucky I had to cancel on her.
Well, her. That doesn't weigh
Yeah.
anything on here. He'll never ask any of these girls out ever. Period.
No.
There we go. What more do I need to say? Only person here who ever has a shot with a woman is actually in a relationship with a woman. And it's the only person we can actually ever ask for reasonable advice within the group. Will?
Yeah.
The man's been at this for a year. He's a professional compared to us schmucks.
Yeah.
Will,
Tell you
Will,
what,
Will, what is your recommendation to
Hey,
Phil?
how has she not gotten tired of you?
What?
Wait, quick question. Is she blind or deaf?
no,
He asked, is she blind or deaf?
Or possibly paraplegic?
Phil, shut up.
Will, you're breaking up there for a bit. We can't hear you.
I said no.
No, okay. Well, she's a normal person. I've met her. She's a very normal person.
Normal.
She doesn't like me. I'll tell you that much.
That's funny.
Well, I don't blame her.
Well, I'm an acquired taste, so
Very much so.
now if she met Phil, I don't think
I
she'd
have to
like
deal
him.
with you.
Well, everybody agrees with that, with the fact that I am an acquired taste.
I
It's
have
on-
not acquired to it.
I don't think
I
my
just have
parents
to
are
put up with
so.
it.
I still don't think my parents ever acquired the taste.
No.
No, probably not.
You're more of an intolerable taste.
Yeah, intolerance. Yeah, no.
My mom kind of gained the taste.
What?
My mom gained the taste once you moved out.
Oh, only once I moved out.
Yeah.
Oh, but when I was living there, he's just a bum.
We still are.
Hey, that's for me to define myself. Moved out. I moved. Wait, hold on. When did she define moved out? Are we talking sophomore year of college or freshman year of college? Because I haven't lived full time at home.
When you actually moved out and weren't just coming here to wash your clothes.
Sophomore year of college.
Hey, that's right.
Sophomore year. Well, that's because she doesn't have to wash. That's because she wasn't washing my clothes anymore.
Well, I mean, I
But you didn't
go
have to
home
listen
to
to
wash
that.
my clothes, but I wash them myself.
Yeah, you munch off all of our food on Sundays.
Well, you don't eat it.
He has you there. You don't eat the
You
food
don't
to
eat
begin
it.
with.
I go home and mom's like, I got leftovers that are gonna go bad. Do you want them? She's not gonna. Kyle's not gonna eat them.
Yeah, because I don't
Nice.
eat.
Good one. Good one, Phil.
I mean,
God,
That dog is.
see, there were never leftovers when I was home. I'm sure they
Yeah,
liked
there
that
weren't
too.
Nope.
When I moved out, they're like,
I
"Oh, we have
ate 'em.
leftovers." And there wasn't a dirty pizza pan in the freaking
Like
sink
tea.
every day.
No, there still is.
What?
There still is.
Well, yep. Okay. We still haven't gotten a response though. What's it like? What has the last year been the happiest year of your life?
Me?
Yeah,
Yes,
you.
Yeah.
Really?
Most productive year of my life.
Most
Productive.
productive.
How so? You explain.
I have a job. I had the best grades that I've had for a long time.
What was that last part?
I didn't go to the office.
It's the best grades that he's had in a long
I
time.
got it. I didn't get in trouble at school.
You get in trouble?
Didn't.
I didn't.
Oh, didn't.
Wow. Sounds like a woman's really improved you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shocking. Phil, this was
She
Phil-
took the Will that we knew and loved and turned him into normal.
Yeah, what happened to the weird Will? We missed the weird Will.
Yeah. The Will that would stick his head out the window and say, "Hi, I'm special."
Oh no!
Don't you remember that time we went to the movies? You're driving downtown. You stuck your head out the window and you're like, "Hi, I'm special."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, what happened to the will where we had?
Into that will.
Yeah, what happened to the will that we would had to have duct taped to the back of my seat in my truck to keep you in it? And the one where feared for his life the entire where Rooster feared for his life the entire time. What happened to that will?
Still around.
Oh, he's still around? What's it take to bring him out?
Out of his den. We want to play with that one.
What the? Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't. No. You see, there's. Remember that edge I talked about? Yeah. You're here. You're here right now. You're above that edge. Bring it back down. This is the accepted level. Whether society accepts that level, that's for them to determine. Then there's the level that we don't accept. That's where you are right now. You need to be here. Whether society accepts this area and maybe it should be here, that's for society to determine. For us to say, screw you. You need to be down here. Say we want to play with him. That puts you up here.
Oh.
That's weird.
What?
We should go to a movie again, though. That was
Oh,
fun.
absolutely. What kind of movies are you into these days? Because
Movies.
the only movies we go to see are Marvel. So.
Whatever.
Oh.
Well, there's another Marvel movie coming out in November.
Yeah, and another one 3 months after that, and after that,
And then
after
after that, we'll just start going to all the movies
It's a
together with
quarterly
all of
thing.
us.
It's a
Did you guys
quarterly
watch
thing.
Love and Thunder?
And we make for use at the end.
What'd you say, Kyle?
Did you guys watch Love and Thunder?
Yeah, it's great.
I have.
I liked it. My only problem with the film was the fact that the original cut was 4 hours long.
What? That movie
What?
did not. What? You can't make that
Yeah.
movie longer than Endgame. That just kind of
So-
breaks continuity.
So it was originally 4 hours long, and they decided to cut it down to 2 hours long. So I found the pacing to be very kind of off at times. I thought it went too fast. So I wish they kept the original 4 hour long
But that
film.
would break Endgame though,
So
which we've learned is no longer number one because James Cameron's a little bastard.
Little what?
A little bastard. That's on the 4 words we can say.
Can we say the female version?
Slut.
Slut,
Female.
yeah.
Is that the female version of bastard is slut? All right, fair enough.
Well, that's the female
No.
version that you accept. There's another
know
term that
that
starts with a
means?
B.
Sastard. According to my old manager at Menards, it was Sastard.
Yeah, because he released the film in China to get more
Money.
money.
So it could beat Endgame by like only $100 million.
That's all it took.
And I'm just like, what? What a
But I don't
shock.
know if that money was taken to be original inflation or if that was just money taken as today's value and that put him above.
What a schmuck. He's an absolute schmuck. James Cameron is a schmuck, and I challenge him. I don't know
You
why.
challenge him.
I challenge him.
I'm telling
I don't know what I'm challenging him to. Maybe to not be a schmuck, because I'm a schmuck. I'm the king of schmucks. And he's challenging my spot for king of schmucks. And I don't accept that. I'm the biggest schmuck around, and I don't accept him impeding on my territory.
Absolutely. That is true.
I don't appreciate that. You don't see... He's a menace to society. He fits in that thumbnail for the last time's podcast. He's a menace. I don't know how this has to do anything with the future of the channel. Mosh pit fight with...
What year are you in school?
He's going to be a junior.
A junior.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you ready to take her to the prom? Have you have a proposal sign set up yet? You gonna think that through?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not yet. I mean, yeah, you got like at least.
That's like spring.
But you still, although your homecoming sign, you've got like 2 weeks to work on that thing.
2 weeks? I have a little work on that.
Well,
Is that a
you better
thing?
start working because it
Did you
is
do any of that?
expected that the people in relationships make their homecoming proposal signs, like, especially once we're in senior high now. We're talking like that first, second week of school there.
Why?
Why? I don't know. It's social convention. Like I said, and
Yeah, a good
society.
question. Why?
I don't.
What if you don't? What if you don't want to go?
I don't know. Well, then society will shun him. Listen, this group here exists
I won't.
outside of society, okay? We are our own society here, okay? It's an imperfect society since we're all a bunch of white guys, but a society nonetheless. We do exist outside of society. We have to abide by the other societal rules because if we didn't, well, you know, I'm already the king of schmucks. Well, no, sorry, the second king of schmucks. James Cameron's the biggest schmuck now. That is quantifiable now. Every dollar he earned above Endgame because he's a petty little slut, makes him a schmuck. Anyways, it's like you have enough money, bro.
I don't.
We don't. No one here has enough money. Which brings us to the fourth and final segment of Podcast 100. Woo! Kyle, why don't you tell the kids what they've won here today for their fourth segment?
I won Jack from the fuck.
That's not that. All right.
Wait, how much is that worth?
So I work at a grocery store and we have a lottery system set up there. And we were monitoring the Mega Millions, and nobody has won for after the fourth week, nobody was winning. So all of a sudden, it just started skyrocketing in sales for the Mega Millions.
Yeah.
And it went to 1.34 billion.
Yeah.
And somebody won from Illinois.
Yeah, the third largest schmuck.
So we got King, Prince, and Duke.
Pretty much. I should be the king of schmucks, but I'm the prince now.
You're the prince.
And that guy's the duke of schmucks. Now, the only way he could be the prince of schmucks and outbeat me is if he burns it all within a year.
We don't know who it is.
Oh. Well, the only way for him to become the prince of schmucks and outbeat me is if he burns it all within a year.
No, nobody's claimed it. But the ticket winner has not been announced. I don't think the person has claimed their money at all.
They know somebody won because the place that sold him the ticket, they know they have a winning ticket. But if that person paid in cash, they don't know the identity of that person.
No, it's not that. The system knows that the numbers are drawn and that somebody has won the Mega Millions. But nobody has gone forward to claim it.
What's it take to claim it? Can I just go claim it? It's unclaimed.
The ticket. You need the ticket.
Damn it. It's
But
it's unclaimed state property. I should just be able to go claim it.
Or, I don't know. They've been kind of weird with it.
You have to get all the legal stuff in order.
Yeah, because that's $1.34 billion. But the main part of this segment is, from an economic standpoint, what is more beneficial to a person to claim your lottery winnings as cashing it or annuity?
So I guess I have to know, The cashing it. From what I've been told, there's like a 40% fee you pay or whatever. Like a 20,
So
not 40, 20%
okay, yeah.
fee.
So we were actually looking at it, and we, it's back when it was like $1 billion. If you were to do the cash option, it was like 640 million.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, I can't math.
That's
But
40%. Go on.
Yeah, it was like 40%. But then taxes are also taken out of that.
Oh, so we're just losing 40% to what?
The government.
No. If you do the cash option, I don't know if the cash option is taxes already taken out, or cash option is you. Oh, would it be 70% of the $1 billion is if you cash
I
it
don't
out?
know. I thought you knew this. I thought you had the answers. That's why I asked.
That's what I asked you because you're the major.
Listen. I can tell you once you tell me, all the.
Okay.
Listen, economists
So for
make
the-
assumptions, okay?
So for the sake of the argument, let's say 40% is taken out of 1 billion.
Well,
And that includes taxes.
No. Yes. So
no, yes.
I'm cashing
What?
it out, and I get 40% of the 1 billion.
Okay, so you just lose 40%, so you're only getting 60%.
And that's tax free.
Yeah, let's just say for the sake of the argument, that's the route we're going with.
Okay, so we get 60%. But if we go with the annuity option, we just get how much per year do you get with the annuity option?
Oh, I didn't look.
Well, that's important because my point is that let's say you only live to be 6 years old and then you die, right? That means that you would have made less money than if you lived to be like 90.
I don't want it to be for life. I don't like that idea. I want it to be till I'm 50 and then I've got all my money. It's like
I don't know how it
$100
works.
million per decade.
So
That's like
It
$100
just
million a decade. But
But I mean, you make more money if you take it all up front because then you can invest it and make even more.
see, that's the thing, right? Can you make
If you
that
have it all
20% back?
you can
Can you make
invest
the
it and make even
40%
more.
back or whatever faster than the other way?
The annuity option is if you're just need help making a budget. But
What a
you can
loser.
make more money if you take it all up front.
If you can't make a budget with $1 billion, you have an issue.
Well, think about it. You
I
have
can
all
turn
this
to office.
money. You're gonna impulse spend. Think
I-
about your
A
Amazon
billion,
habit right
$1
now.
billion. How are you
If you
going to
had
impulse?
$1 billion, you'd go impulse spending on anything and everything on Amazon because money would no longer feel like a limiting factor. It'd be space.
Right. But $1 billion, I'm not gonna find $1 billion worth of crap to buy on Amazon.
Well, I'd be surprised. Well, okay, not on Amazon, but once you start buying houses and buying properties, that's when that money starts to really tank.
Houses and property. Listen, I'm gonna buy an RV. I'm gonna buy a place here in Lincoln, but that's later down the line. But the first things first, I'm gonna buy a spot in Mullen for stargazing. I'm gonna buy an RV, and then I'm gonna, go travel the U.S. for a while.
And then what?
And then whatever year it is after that, 20, 30 something, I'm gonna come back to my cabin in Mullen, that I'd visit, from time to time, and then I'm gonna build a house in Valentine, build a house in Lincoln, and then retire and watch the sunrise in a grateful universe. Who knows? Maybe I'll meet a nice girl in Cali, and I'll come and retire sooner. Who knows?
Well, then we'll know she's into you just for the money.
Well, when she quickly finds out that we're going to be living in the middle of absolute nowhere, Nebraska, she might question the for the money thing. Like, we're living where? I'm like, oh, we're gonna live in a small little cabin on a hill.
Just make sure you get a pre-med.
A half hour or more from any civilization. And that civilization isn't even that big of a civilization, to be honest. Mullins just
try to get her law stuff in order, because that could be argued that you're holding her against her will.
She can leave.
Can she though?
What do you mean, can she? What? I give her a car, but she only gets enough gasoline to get her. That doesn't even get her to Mullen. That would be holding her against her will.
That's what you're gonna do?
No! That's illegal. That's insane.
Well, I don't know what your motives are.
Plus, she doesn't have to know that I'm rich.
Well, then I guess you'll never find anyone.
No, what? You telling me that the only way I'm gonna find somebody is if I'm rich?
Yes, that's exactly
Yeah.
What else do you have going for you?
Exactly.
Well, it's unfortunately true at the moment, but that's just because I'm dirt poor. So
Yeah, exactly. So once you have money, you can find yourself a nice gold digger.
But truth be told, I don't need $1 billion.
Yeah, you're right.
I said this. $9 to $8 million.
Some women will take you for what you have, and you'll run you down into bankruptcy.
$9 to $8 million is all I need for the rest of my life. That's $1 million every decade, $100,000 a year. That's all I need. That's more than enough. What I need.
And how much does she get?
She's gonna have her own job. I'm gonna make her work.
Oh, so she's a slave.
What? No. What?
Your tail or dog? I don't know how you do that.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Why? Some people like to work. I am not one of those people.
Clearly.
I think most of the people in this chat can agree with me that working sucks. And that you'd rather be doing anything else but working.
I don't mind it.
What?
I don't mind it.
Well, that's because it's a part-time job. Trust me, once you're working 40 hours a week, then you'll know.
Basically.
Right, Phil?
I don't know. I enjoy what I do. Would I want to do it long term for 40 years? I don't know. That's a different question.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right, about where we are right now. If we continue to do this for the next 40 years, we've progressed nowhere in life. We're at where we are. We're going to be where we are now 40 years from now.
I'm content with that.
I am not content with that. I will want to die before then.
Well, so do we all, but some of us don't get the opportunities.
There's always an opportunity.
What?
Die.
What?
Opportunities to die.
There's always opportunities. Have you looked at the natural world? There's always opportunities to die. Or you do what, or I was watching Alf the other day. Alf said, take this sock of quarters and go buy a gun.
Well, that is how easy it is in the U.S.
He told this guy, don't go remarry your ex-wife. Or here's your two options. Either don't go marry her or go take this sack of quarters and buy a gun. And I was like, wow, is that the only solution here? Either.
So he wanted him to kill his ex-wife?
No, to kill himself.
Oh.
He told him marry him is like going and taking the sack of quarters and buying a gun and shooting yourself.
Oh, cheating yourself, not her.
No, why would Mary? Whatever. I'm not
Hey,
gonna.
some people are just crazy.
I mean, yeah, they exist. I mean, look at Will over there. Not that he'd shoot his wife, but he is crazy.
I didn't even know he had a wife.
What I do?
It's what you have. You haven't done it yet. It's what you could do.
Yeah, it's not what you've done, it's what you haven't done yet.
You're being prosecuted on crimes you haven't committed yet. Or anticipating.
Crimes that you will commit. Crimes that you will commit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No. Will's become a better man thanks to getting a girlfriend. But anyways, okay. Will,
Yeah.
you won the lottery. What are you doing next? What are you going to do with your, let's say, $10 million?
I don't know.
What did you say?
He don't know. He doesn't know. Okay, well, let you think of that. We'll come back to that. Kyle,
What's up?
you won the lottery. You have $10 million. What are you doing next?
I put it all in
Going to Disney World.
Shut the up, Bill.
It's the perfect reaction.
I put it all in a giant pile and I set it on fire.
Nice.
Well,
no,
all right.
You would do
No,
something like
I
that?
would probably either buy like a small plot of land and build a house and just live out the rest of my days there.
Where do you have an idea where or?
Colorado would be nice.
Colorado does sound nice. And Vale
Mm-hmm.
or Eagle. Eagle was nice. Or Red
That
Rock.
was in Vale.
Huh?
Eagle is in
London.
Vale.
Okay, what? Okay, Mr.
Glendale.
Glendale. Just down the road.
Vale was pretty cool.
Just
Down
underneath it.
literally down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, no, because the tunnel was the next day. Never mind. The big tunnel was the next day. That was on our way into Denver. Yeah. Well, you missed a heck of a road trip when we went to Nevada.
Bill almost drove off the cliff.
Excluding
Oh,
the
I
parts
did.
where we
They,
almost...
okay. Disclaim. They are exaggerating.
Yeah, he is exaggerating. The closest we ever came was when Phil actually dozed off in Wyoming, and we hit the rumble bars.
Or when the funniest moment, I still love it, is when Phil took a finger and put it into Great Salt Lake and then continued to
That
lick
was
it.
the second time he almost died. Second time
And
he almost
his
died.
reasoning, and I quote, I didn't want to drink the hotel water from Wyoming.
Yeah.
I remember that. You're like, well, I don't want to taste the hotel water. Proceeds to taste the Salt Lake. Well,
It was a taste, not a drink.
And it wasn't just the whole drinking from Salt Lake. The whole, you had to take a sip from the foam.
What?
it wasn't foam where you took a sip.
Like, the foam was like right
I
by
didn't even
the-
take a sip. I dipped my finger in it. It's not
You
like I
said you
scooped.
wanted to drink it.
You should have taken a sip. Should have taken a sip.
I should have bought you a straw.
Yeah. That'd make a great Instagram photo. Next
I
time.
drank the Salt Lake.
Next time. I'll make a great Instagram photo. It was like oh, well that's the last time we ever saw him before he went to the hospital and died.
Yeah.
But you ever go to funerals, right? And they've always got like a portrait, the last good photo.
Well, see, yeah, what would happen is my cells would dehydrate. Because they're trying to match the salinity outside my body.
That'll
And
be
so
like
they dehydrate themselves.
that'll be like that episode of SpongeBob where they I don't remember, they took a sip of like something really salty and his whole face just went, you know, it's like, oh, salty, and he's like, you know, he dried out. That's gonna be you. Then you're gonna die. Then you're gonna die, and we're gonna be at your funeral, and you know we're gonna have a portrait of you, right? You know, everybody's always got a portrait, and the portrait, instead of being like the last time you looked good or whatever, it'll be you taking a sip from salt with a straw.
Perfect.
Your
I
last,
approve.
your last moments in perfect health. Well, physically, maybe not mentally, since you were about to take a sip from the salt lake. Well, what do you think? Would you come to Nevada with us if we had room?
Judging,
She's like,
judging
don't
by what
have
I'm,
to.
What?
judging by what I'm hearing,
Listen. There were only 2 near-death experiences, okay? Otherwise,
yeah.
it was a great time. They took a nap in the desert. I walked a mile away.
Cool. Sounds
We
like
watched
You know,
some
you're lucky I
movies.
didn't push you into Devil's Canyon. I was really contemplating that.
You were gonna push me into Why?
Well, you and Phil.
Oh, well. As long as you push him first so I can run away. God, thinking about that stupid...
No, see, if I push Phil first, he's gonna do the whole whoa thing and grab onto you and take him with you. I don't have to push you. I have to push Phil, and he'll take you with him.
You're gonna push him. He doesn't realize he's about to die. Grabs you. Is like, whoa! And then it's like, oh! That's the sound of his
Grab onto
of
you,
his
thinking
body
you'll
hitting the
aim-
rocks. And that's me from up here going like, cool. I get the car to drive back.
He will grab onto you, thinking, "Oh, you'll be my anchor."
I am not an anchor, sir. I will drag you down faster. I will increase your terminal velocity because how much more mass I add. We'll cut through the air faster. Don't grab onto me. If we're in a vacuum, it doesn't change anything. But in the air, don't grab onto me. I'm just going to speed you up.
Yeah, but as long as I land on top, all is good.
No. Instead, you're going to have my
You
femur.
will break my fall.
Femur. Instead, you're going to end up with my femur going through your freaking chest.
Well, no, I'll just stand on top of you and ride you like air surfing.
Yeah, so then your femur goes through your pelvis into your lungs.
Well, no, I'll just jump at the last minute.
That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. That's not how this
I'll
works.
jump at the last minute and land safely on the ground.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. That's not... That defies the
If I'm
laws of
jumping in
physics.
an elevator in free fall, if you jump at the last minute, all's good.
Okay,
that
well,
experiment doesn't get talked about.
what story?
That experiment doesn't get talked about.
What experiment?
That was the day that Doc almost ripped my head off.
Wait, what experiment's this?
Jumping right before an elevator hits the bottom of the shaft.
Yeah? Well, you never did that experiment.
No, it's a part.
Ceresco.
How you turn the ball inside out?
We had the basketball with the popper, or with the tennis ball, and then we also had the popper in a cardboard box.
See, that was such a bad day. I completely blacked
You don't
that
remember
out of
this?
my memory. That hour we spent trying to get that damn popper to pop before it hit the ground. Never again.
Yeah.
You did do it, though.
No, we didn't. He gave up.
No, if you watch the video, I think he did do it.
Okay.
He got a sort of.
Sort of. We got one, kind of, but never again. You're doing it next time. If we ever do a Gravity 3, you're doing the popper experiments.
Who?
Me?
Yeah, and by popper experiment, I mean we're gonna put you in a box and drop you from an airplane.
As long as I get something to jump off of.
There's the box. Whether you can jump out of the box and get to your parachute on the outside of the box, that is a different question. Oh no! Someone closed the latch.
I'll just fill the box with popcorn.
You're not an egg, sir. You're not an egg.
Hey, if an egg can do it, I can do it.
The egg fell from 20 feet. You're falling from 3,000.
So I'll just need 3,000 times more popcorn.
I don't think that's going to
That
fit in
works.
the airplane. That math doesn't compute. That works. Thank you, Dr. Will. Okay. Come back now. Will, you've won the lottery. You have $10 million. What are you doing? Did you come up with an idea?
Probably get some of the things others been wanting. It's like certain things like that. And
What?
save a lot of it.
Cocaine, hookers, and drugs.
What?
Sure.
I can't see Will getting a hooker. Maybe beer, but not drugs and hookers.
Fine,
see you doing
prostitutes.
Phil, what would you do with $10 million? You've just won the lottery. What?
What would I do?
Yes, you've just won $10 million. What are you going to do next?
Do I have to do something?
You telling me you have life-altering money. You can walk away from everything. Never see a single one of us ever again.
Yeah, that's
And
what
your
I do. Walk
decision
away.
is
I
to
threaten an account and walk away.
your decision is to just continue as normal.
Yeah, walk away. Just put it in the bank and walk away.
I think he would hire
Continue as normal.
Why?
a hitman on yourself.
What?
A hitman on yourself.
Hire a hitman on yourself.
It's very complicated suicide.
There's an option.
There's an option.
How would you pay him? Pay him up front?
Yeah, pay him after he kills you. just kills you, commits murder for no money. I think they take a fee up front when it comes to murder.
That wouldn't enough to cover the charges?
It's murder. You're going to prison for life, and in Nebraska, you're going to prison
I'm sure you can buy
until
yourself
they
out
kill
of it.
you.
No, I'm sure you can buy yourself out of it.
No. You might be able to buy yourself out of the fact that you're going to get the death penalty, but you're not going to be able to buy yourself out of sitting in prison for the rest of your life.
I'm sure there's an amount of check that they would accept.
No, there's not.
You're telling if I wrote them
Because if you
a
wrote them a
$50 million
check,
check,
the entire Nebraska legal system would collapse. Actually, the entire U.S. legal system would collapse if you wrote them a check and they decided, okay, a murderer just walks away.
Always hire a hitman to kill, the prosecutor.
You're gonna have to kill a lot of people to pull this off.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Commits
Is that the new
genocide
main
of
mission?
lawyers. Commits
And
genocide.
I just used my money to run away until the statute of limitations.
You realize the statute of limitations on murder is indefinite?
So indefinite just means, until they decide to call it.
They never call it. There is no statute of limitations on murder.
You said it's indefinite. That means until they call it.
They never call it.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
No, they don't. There are whole cases where doctors do intentionally hurt their patients They won't die today, but they will die someday, like 10 years from now. That person is liable for murder in 10 years.
Do you think that Saul Goodman lawyer could get me out of murder?
No.
No?
Not with how public you seem to want to make this one.
Alright, well, let's say they go with the whole genocide route. Could Saul Goodman still get me out of murder?
No, I don't. The Nazis didn't. They had a whole country's economy that could have bailed them out, but they still got hung at the stake.
Well, then looks like I'll just run away and change my name.
So, wins $10 million, proceeds to kill somebody, and then runs away.
And drives to Maine.
Drives to Moscow, Maine. Well, I mean, now they all know your plan, so. And actually, remember, statute of limitation pauses when you go across state lines. Not that it matters for murder, but let's say you didn't commit murder, you committed a crime. Remember, statute of limitation pauses when you leave the.
But how do they know if I cross state lines?
Because you just told them.
No, dude. I left without a trace.
Gee.
No one can trust that I left.
Whatever.
You would.
So, here's what we decided. Kyle and I are going to buy pieces of land and live out the rest of our lives in peace. Will over here is going to buy a truck, I think, and then that's it. And then Phil wants to murder somebody and then run away.
Can I change my answer?
Oh, yeah, what's your answer?
I like Phil's idea.
We have murderers. We have murderers in the chat.
Oh, it was a sudden glance back for me.
Live life on the edge.
Live life on the. You have the opportunity to live life as comfortably as you could honestly conceivably want, and you decide, you know what? Let's make life as comfortable as possible.
And live the rest of my life, spending time with hookers, cocaine, and drugs. Fine life.
Well, Will, at least you and I have somewhat nice ideas and dreams if we win $10 million.
I guess so.
Because your step cousins and my cousins want to murder people, I guess.
I mean, I've always known Kyle wants to murder people, so.
That's true. Kyle has always wanted to murder people.
Nah, what you talking about?
Every podcast you've ever been on. Anyways, I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share.
That's it?
What do you mean that's it?
What did I end so soon?
I'm ending it.
But when?
What do you mean, but
There's so
why?
much more to talk about.
Will is clearly bored. Kyle hasn't been paying attention
I was
this entire
bored
time.
the second I answered this call.
Exactly.
Alright, what can we do next time to brighten up the mood?
I'm going to end it, then we can discuss this. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcast every other Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time. And
good day.
night.